Hi, this is Lynn, and I want to welcome you to your sourdough journey. And I would like to talk to you real quick about how to feed your sourdough starter. So I already used some of the starter to make a dough, and what I'm going to do to feed it is I'm going to do it with a 1:1:1 ratio, meaning 1 part of starter, 1 part of flour, and 1 part of water. In this example, I usually mix mine 50 grams of flour, 50 grams of water, and 50 grams of sourdough starter. What flour can you use? For feeding your sourdough starter, I would highly recommend to use organic flour. Baking organic is not necessary, but when it comes to a happy starter, I would definitely go with an organic flour. So buy like a pound of organic flour and just keep it for feeding your starter. To keep your starter extra happy, I always mix in some whole grain flour like whole wheat, spelt, or rye. It doesn't have to be a specific ratio, but it keeps your starter nice and happy and bubbly. So we are gonna start to mix up our starter with the flour and the water to feed it. So you wanna zero out your scale. And I usually like to start with about 50 grams of water. Mix it with about 50 grams of starter. And you can add everything together, or you can zero it out with every ingredient. And this is just plain organic all-purpose flour. What you want to do is just mix it up nicely together. So after you incorporated all the 3 ingredients to feed your starter, you want to take a clean jar and put everything in there. So you fed your sourdough starter and you're ready to let it rise. I like to mark where I started with a simple rubber band, or just take a marker and mark it on the glass. Then take a loose lid or just a linen cloth and cover up your jar. It needs to be able to release gas, so do not tighten anything around too tight. And just watch it double and triple in size. It usually doubles and triples in size within 4 hours if you put it in a nice warm area. In the fridge, it will go dormant. If you're not ready to quite bake yet, just after it tripled in size, put your starter into the fridge, and you can leave it up to 1 to 2 to 3 weeks, even if it's a nice and happy starter. And then once you're ready to bake again, just take it out of the fridge, mix it with a little bit of a warmer water, but the same ratio, 1:1:1. And if it doubles and triples in size and it's nice and bubbly within 4 hours, you're ready to bake again.